Hello everyone, I Mrs. Deepa Kamble from SV Union High School and Junior College welcome you all to this session of CET preparation. In today's session, we are going to revise the lesson number 6 from Science and Technology part 1, that is refraction of light. So let's start. In this lesson, we are going to revise the main topics and then we will solve a practice paper which will help you to prepare yourself for the CET exam. So let's start. Refraction of light. We'll first define refraction of light. Light changes its direction when going from one transparent medium to another medium. This is called as refraction of light. You will see in this image a pencil is immersed in water. You will see this beaker is half filled with water. So over here air is present and this blue color represents the water. You will see the part of the pencil which is above the surface of water appears to be thin, and the part of the pencil which is immersed in water appears to be thick. It is due to refraction of light. So what is refraction of light? Light changes its direction when going from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. This change in light ray is called as refraction of light. Laws of refraction. The incident ray, the refracted ray and the normal at the point of incidence are in the same plane. You will see over here in this diagram also, incident ray, this is the incident ray children, this is the refracted ray and this is the normal. They at the point of incidence, they are lying in the same plane. Then second law, the incident ray, the refracted ray are on the opposite side of the normal. This is the second law. Now we'll see the third law. For the given pair of media, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence, see this angle between the normal and the incident ray is called as the angle of incidence. The angle which is formed because of the refracted ray and normal is called as angle of refraction. For a given pair of media, the ratio of sine of angle of incident to sine of angle of refraction is a constant. These are the three laws of refraction. Refractive index. We know that during the refraction, the light bends, correct? When it is moving from one medium to other, it bends. The amount of bending when the light travels from one media to another can be measured by a physical quantity named as refractive index. The change in the direction of light ray while entering different media is different. When it is entering from air to the glass, the change in the direction will be different. When it is moving from glass to air, its change in the direction will be different. It is related to the refractive index of the medium. This change in the direction of light, it is related to the refractive index. The value of refractive index is different for different media and also for the light of different colors for the same media. Refractive index also depends upon the velocity of light in a particular medium. Got it? So, refractive index, we have just now defined refractive index. I will quickly repeat it again. The amount of bending of light when it travels from one medium to another medium can be measured by a physical quantity which is termed as refractive index. Snell's law. The ratio of sine I upon sine R is equal to a constant, and this constant is called as n. N is the refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium. This second law is also called as the Snell's law. So what is Snell's law? Children, you are going to use this Snell's law to solve few examples. So remember, ratio of sine I upon sine R is equal to constant. This constant is called as n and is called as the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. Now over here you will see, this is the glass slab. V1 is the velocity of light in medium 1. V2 is the velocity of light in medium 2. Therefore, the refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium is equal to the ratio of velocity of light in medium 1 to that in medium 2. So, you will see over here, refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium is equal to the ratio of velocity of light in medium 1 to that in medium 2. Children, you have to remember these formulas because you will need them to solve few examples. In the same way, the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2 is equal to the ratio of velocity of light in medium 2 to that in medium 1. Now, if the first medium is vacuum, then the refractive index of medium 2 is called as the absolute refractive index and it is written as n. Remember this point, children. If one of the medium, instead of saying one of the medium, if the first medium is vacuum, then the refractive index of medium 2 is called as the absolute refractive index and it is written as n. Now the refraction of light is different in different media. We'll see how this media affects the refraction of light. Now when the light passes from the rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. You will see over here, which is the rarer medium over here. This is the glass slab. So over here, air is the rarer medium. Denser medium is the glass slab. That is, the glass slab is the denser medium. Or glass slab represents a denser medium over here. When light rays passes from rarer medium to the denser medium, it bends towards normal. Please remember this point. It bends towards normal. Got it? Now, when the ray of light passes from denser medium to rarer medium, see over here now. In this diagram, you will see glass slab represents the denser medium. Air will represent the rarer medium. So, when the light rays passes from denser medium to the rarer medium, it bends away from normal. It bends away from normal. Now, when the light rays is incident normally at the border between two media, see over here, air is the rarer medium, glass slab or glass is the denser medium. Where the incident ray or when a light ray is incident normally at the boundary between two media, it does not change its direction. Hence, it does not get reflected. Got it, children? You please remember this point also. This is a very important point. I will repeat it again. When a light ray is incident normally at the border between two media, it does not change its direction and hence does not get refracted. Got it? Now we'll try to understand what do you mean by partial and total internal reflection. When light enters a rarer medium from a denser medium, it gets partially reflected. See over here in this diagram, this is the light source. Water over here, you will see water is the denser medium and air is the rarer medium. When the light enters from here, from the denser medium, when the light enters the rarer medium, it gets partially reflected. That is, a part of the light gets reflected and comes back into the denser medium as per the law of reflection. This is called as the partial reflection. Got it? Please remember over here, children, the light enters the rarer medium. From which medium? From the denser medium, the light is entering the rarer medium. It gets partially reflected. That is, the part of the light gets reflected and come back into the denser medium. And as per the this will take place according to the law of reflection, and this is called as the partial reflection. What do you mean by total internal reflection? As the light is going from denser medium to the rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. That is, the angle of incident I is smaller than the angle of refraction R. Over here, which is the rarer medium, children? You will see air is the rarer medium, water is the denser medium. Over here now, as the light is going from denser medium, see, water is denser medium. Light is going from denser medium to the rarer medium. Rarer medium, air. It bends away from the normal. That is the angle of incidence. Angle of incidence I is smaller than angle of refraction R. Now if we increase I, and R will also increase according to the Snell's law, as the refractive index is constant. For a particular value of I, the value of R becomes equal to 90 degrees. This value of I is called as critical angle. What it is called? That particular value of I, when the angle of refraction becomes 90, that value of I is called as the critical angle. For angles of incidence larger than critical angle, the angle of refraction is larger than 90 degrees. Such rays return to the denser medium. Thus, all the light gets reflected back into the denser medium, and this is called as the total internal reflection. Now we will see few examples of refraction seen in nature. Mirage. This is the example that you see in nature. It is seen in the desert, or it can be seen on the road, above the road, where the road becomes, especially in the summer season when the road becomes hot. Above the surface of that road you can see the mirage, then twinkling of the stars. This is also an example of refraction of light. Seeing the sun before the sunrise, that is advanced sunrise, and in the same way seeing the sun after the sunset are also the examples of refraction that you can see in nature. Now we'll study the first example, mirage. The light rays coming from a distant object appear to be coming from the image of that object inside the ground as shown in the figure. This is called as mirage. Over here you will see the object is tree, correct? And you can see over here the image is formed, correct? The rays from this image reaches the observer. Let us try to understand it in detail. For a mirage to occur, there has to be total internal reflection. And for total internal reflection, there has to be two conditions to be fulfilled. Which are the two conditions? First one is light should travel from denser medium to rarer medium. Second condition, the light should hit at an angle greater than critical angle. You will see over here, the sun's rays or the sunlight falls on this tree, which is an object. During the daytime, you will see that the land becomes hot, correct? So, these layers that you see, this is the first layer, second layer, and so on. These layers that you see, the layer which is above the surface of the land, it becomes warm. But as you go up, you will see the layer which is at the top, it becomes cooler and cooler. So here the temperature of this layer will be more, it will be warmer, and as you go above, it will be cooler and cooler, correct? As you go up, it gradually keeps on becoming cooler and cooler. The light from the sun hits the object. See over here, the light from the sun hits the object. After hitting the object, the light reflects and it enters the first layer, correct? The first layer over here is a denser layer. As the light goes from the denser medium to the rarer mediums, the first layer is the denser medium and the second one is the rarer medium. You will see that the ray of light keeps on bending away from the normal. Every time when the light travels from the denser medium to the rarer medium, the light will bend away from the normal. So at each layer, light is bending away from the normal. But at one point, light hits an angle greater than critical angle, and at this point, instead of undergoing refraction, the light will undergo total internal reflection. It will undergo total internal reflection, and this light reaches the eye of the observer. You will see over here, this light will reach the observer, and once it enters the eye, human mind or human brain perceives it as that the light always travels in the straight line. Now the reflection of light is seen at the bottom. This is how the mirage is formed. Got it? Children, you have to remember over here, for mirage to occur, there are first of all total internal reflection has to take place. And for total internal reflection to take place, the light should travel from denser medium to the rarer medium, and it should hit an angle greater than the critical angle. Twinkling of the stars. Let us understand this example also. The change in the intensity of light coming from stars is called as twinkling of the stars. You know, surrounding the earth we have atmosphere, correct? And this atmosphere is not uniform. It is made, as it is made up of different layers, it is not uniform. So the change in the intensity of light coming from the stars is called as the twinkling of the stars. Twinkling of the stars occurs due to the atmospheric refraction of star light. The optical density of the air continuously changes from one moment to other. When atmosphere refracts more starlight towards us, stars appears to be bright. When they reflect less light, stars appear to be dim. Hence, starlight reaching our eyes change continuously and stars appear to be twinkling. Got it? You will see over here the motion of this light that is coming from the star. Continuously and randomly it is changing. Advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. Before the sunrise, the sun is below the horizon. The sun's rays are coming from dense air towards less dense air. This causes sun rays to refract and appear to come above the horizon. Our eyes see sun rays as a straight line. It appears to us that the sun has risen, but it has actually not yet risen. This is called as the advanced sunrise. Only 2 minutes before the actual sunrise you will see this. The same thing happened at the time of the sunset. We keep seeing the sun for a short while even after it goes below the horizon. Dispersion of light. What is dispersion? The process of separation of light into its component colors while passing from a medium is called as dispersion of light. The light gets separated into its component colors. This is called as dispersion of light. Sir Isaac Newton was the first person to use a glass slab to obtain sun spectrum. When white light is incident on a prism, different colors bend through different angles. Among the 7 colors, the red color bends the least, while the violet color bends the most. Now, rainbow formation, this is also a very beautiful natural phenomena that occurs in nature. It is a combined effect of number of natural processes. It is a combined effect of dispersion, refraction, and total internal reflection of light. It can be seen mainly after a rainfall. Over here you will see during the formation of a rainbow, the small droplets of water act as prism. When light rays from the sun enters these droplets, it gets refracted and dispersed. Then there is internal reflection. After that, once again the light gets reflected while coming out of the droplet. All these 3 processes together produce a rainbow. Now children, we are going to solve the practice paper. You know that for your CET, 100 marks paper you will be writing. Out of that, 25 questions will be based on your subject science. So we'll solve few examples over here. First question. If an incident ray is making an angle of 90 degrees with the surface of a medium, angle of incidence is, first option is 0 degrees, second option is 90 degrees, third option is 180 degrees, and fourth option is 45 degrees. Children, in your CET answer sheet, you will see that you will get 4 options and you have to darken the circle. Whichever option you feel is correct, you have to darken that circle. So same way, we are going to darken the circle over here. The answer over here, if the incident ray is making an angle of 90 degrees with the surface of medium. So if you see, this is the surface, this is a glass slab, surface of the glass slab. The incident ray is making an angle 90. So obviously, the angle of incidence in this case will be 0. The first option is the correct answer. Second question, an incident ray is traveling from air to a liquid. The angle of incident is 45 degrees and angle of refraction is 30 degrees. What is the refractive index of the liquid? The first option is 2 root 2. Second option over here is 2 upon root 2. Third option is root 2 upon 2. Fourth option is 1 upon root 2. So over here you will see refractive index of a liquid is equal to ratio of sin I upon sin R. Sin I is given to us as 45 degrees. Sin R is given to us as 30 degrees. We'll put the value of sin 45 and sin 30 over here. Value of sin 45 is 1 upon root 2 and value of sin 30 is half. Now your answer, final answer, after doing the calculations you will get 2 upon root 2. That means your second option is the correct answer. Question number 3. The speed of light in air is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and that in benzene is 2 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. What is the refractive index of benzene with respect to air? Options are: first option 2 upon 3, second option 6, third option is 0.5, fourth option is 1.5. Over here, refractive index of benzene is equal to speed of light in air upon speed of light in benzene. We know the speed of light in air, which is given to us 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and speed of light in benzene is 2 into 10 raised to 8 meters. We'll put the values over here. 10 raised to 8, 10 raised to 8 will get cancelled. 3 upon 2, and when we do the calculation you get the answer 1.5. That is, your fourth option is the correct answer. So you will darken the circle, read the question properly. After, don't be in a hurry, see which circle you are darkening, and according to that you have to give the answer. Question number 4. The speed of light in a precious stone is x meters per second. If the speed of the light in air is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and refractive index of precious stone is given to you as 2, then you are going to find x over here. The first option that is given to you is 6.7 into 10 raised to 7. Second option 6 into 10 raised to 8. Third option 1.5 into 10 raised to 8, and fourth option is 2 into 10 raised to 8. So we'll use the formula and solve this. Refractive index of stone is equal to speed of light in air upon speed of light in stone. Over here, refractive index is given to us 2. Speed of light is given to us 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. We'll put the values in this and we get the final answer as 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So your correct option that you are going to select is the third option, 1.5 into 10 raised to 8. Question number 5, find the odd member. Induction is the first option that is given. Second one is refraction. Third one is reflection. Fourth option is dispersion. You will see over here second, third and fourth. These options are related to light. So obviously the odd one is induction, the first option. Question number 6. The refractive index of a medium is dependent on. Options are given. Let us read the option. First option is speed of light in it, that is in the medium. Color of the medium, second option. Third option is size of the medium, and the fourth option is surface of the medium. You will see over here the refractive index of the medium does not depend upon the color of the medium. Got it? It does not depend upon the surface of the medium also. It does not depend upon the size also. So it depends upon the speed of light in that medium. So your correct answer is the first option. Question number 7. The speed of light is maximum in. First option air, second option vacuum, third option diamond, and fourth option is water. The speed of light is maximum in vacuum. So your answer over here, you will darken the second option, that is the circle which is provided in front of the second option. You will darken that circle. Question number 8. Dash color has maximum refractive index. Option 1 red, second option orange, third option blue, and fourth option is violet. Over here you will see that as the violet color has smallest wavelength, so the refractive index is maximum. So your correct option over here will be option number 4. Question number 9. The ratio of the sine of angle of incident to the ratio of sine of angle of refraction is constant for a given pair of media. This law is called as, we have already studied this in the laws of refraction. It is called as Snell's law. So your option number 1 is the correct one. Got it, children? Now we'll move to the next question, question number 10. While going from the first medium to second medium, the speed of light becomes half. Then the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium is, options are first option half, second option is 1 upon 4, third option is 2, fourth option is 4. Now over here, the speed of light in the first medium is c. You can assume it as c. Velocity of light in the second medium is half of that in the first medium. So c upon 2. And refractive index is equal to speed of light in the first medium upon speed of light in the second medium. We'll put these values in this and you get the answer as 2. So option number 3 is the correct answer. Question number 11. While deciding the absolute refractive index of second medium, the first medium is considered to be. The first medium, when you hear this word only, children, absolute, remember the first medium is vacuum. So the second option is the correct option over here. The ray, question number 12, the ray incident normally to the surface of the glass slab. You have to select, out of this 4 options, you have to select the correct one. Bends towards the normal after refraction is the first option. Second option, bends away from the normal after refraction. Third option, goes parallel to the surface after refraction. Fourth one, does not change the direction after refraction. So which one is the correct answer? Fourth one. Incident ray normally, it is see, surface of the glass slab. This is the normal. The incident ray is also normally to the surface of this glass slab. So obviously this ray will go without any change in the direction. Does not change the direction after refraction. The fourth option is the correct one. Question number 13. Which of the following phenomena is not based on refraction of light? We have already studied this 3 examples we had seen. Mirage, yes, it is based on the refraction of light. Twinkling of the stars, again, yes, it is based on the refraction of the light. Getting image in the mirror, no, it is not based on the refraction of light. Getting a real image by the lens, yes, it is based on the refraction of light. So over here you will see getting image in the mirror. Please read the question properly. Which of the following is not based? Not based. So the third option over here is the correct one. Remaining 3, they are based on refraction of light. Question number 14. The wavelength of dash color from the 7 color obtained from sunlight is minimum. Option number 1 is red, second one is violet, third one is blue, fourth one is yellow. Over here the correct answer is the violet color. Question number 15. The frequency of dash color from the 7 colors obtained from sunlight is maximum. Option 1 is red, second option is green, Third option is blue. Fourth option is violet. So the fourth option is the correct one. If angle of incidence is greater than dash, then total internal reflection of incident ray going from denser medium to rarer medium takes place. Option 1 is angle of refraction. Option 2 is acute angle. Third option is critical angle, and the fourth option is obtuse angle. Over here you will see the second option and the fourth option gets eliminated because whilst revising the point we have not come across this acute angle and obtuse angle. Out of this 1 and 3, if angle of incident is greater than, so over here you will see the critical angle greater than critical angle, then the total reflection of incident ray going from denser medium to rarer medium takes place. So option 3 is the correct answer. Question number 17. If refractive index of water with respect to air is 4/3, then refractive index of air with respect to water is, first option is 0.75, second option is 1.33, third option is 4, and fourth option is 3. Refractive index of water with respect to air is 4/3. This is given. See over here, refractive index of water with respect to air 4/3. Refractive index of air with respect to water will be 3/4, and you get the answer 0.75. So your first option is the correct one. Question number 18. If the absolute refractive index of glass is 3/2 and absolute refractive index of water is 4/3, then the refractive index of water with respect to glass is, first option is 7/5, second 9/8, third option 5/7, fourth option 8/9. We are going to find out the refractive index of water with respect to glass, which is given by the formula refractive index of water upon refractive index of glass. Put the values over here. Refractive index, absolute refractive index of the glass, it is given to us as 3.2, absolute refractive index of water 4/3. So answer is 8/9. See over here children, absolute refractive index of glass is 3/2 and absolute refractive index of water is 4/3. Now here 4/3 2/3. So when you multiply this, you get the answer as 8/9. So which is the correct option over here? Option number 2 is the, option number 4 is the correct answer, 8/9. Option number 4 is the correct answer. Question number 19. If the refractive index of glass with respect to air is 1.5 and if the angle of incidence is 0 degrees, then the angle of refraction will be, first option greater than 0 degrees, 15 degrees is the second option, third option is 0 degrees, fourth option is 90 degrees. So your correct answer is the third option, 0 degrees. Question number 20. Which of the following statements is true in relation with experiment done to study the refraction of light due to the glass slab? Angle of refraction is greater than angle of incidence, first option. Second option, incident ray and emergent ray are parallel to each other. Third option, incident ray and emergent ray are in straight line. Fourth option, and when angle of incident is 0, then the refraction is maximum. Over here the correct option is the second one, the incident ray, emergent ray are parallel to each other. Question number 21. Find the odd member. The first member that is given over here is when a pencil dipped partially in the water is in inclined manner, seems like broken. Seeing a mirage in a desert, the actual position of star being different from its apparent position. Seeing our image in mirror. You will see that first, second and third, these options are related to refraction. The fourth one is the odd one out. So your correct answer is the fourth option, seeing our image in a mirror. Question number 22. If the speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 raised to 10, sorry, I will repeat the question again. Question number 22. If the speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second and that in other medium is 2.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, then the absolute refractive index of that medium will be n is equal to v1 upon v2. v1 is the velocity of light and v2 is the velocity of light in the second medium. So this will get cancelled. You get the answer 3 upon 2.5. When you solve this, you get the answer as 1.2. Question number 22. The correct option is the first option. Question number 23. What is the reason for twinkling of stars? First option is explosions occurring in the stars from time to time. Second one, absorption of light in the Earth's atmosphere. Third one, motion of the stars. And fourth one, changing refractive index of the atmospheric gases. So the correct reason over here is the fourth option, changing refractive index of the atmospheric gases. Children, with this we have completed the practice paper. I hope this paper will help you to get the confidence that whatever you are studying till now, you have completely understood it. So with this, we'll end the session. Thank you children for joining this session.